name is JJ with Specialized Towing. I'm the general manager of a pretty large industry of Florida.
Nervous?
A little bit. I don't like film, but okay. The last time I was on film, it wasn't fun. My name is JJ with Specialized Towing. I'm the general manager of one of the largest repo. Jesus Christ. This is a blooper reel. My name is JJ. I'm the general manager of Specialized Towing. We are one of the largest repossession companies in the country. I am about to achieve 11 years. I would have to say one of the largest challenges was always to use different sources of information to track what our agents were performing. What our numbers were for even scans, it was all very caveman and barbaric, where we weren't able to run any kind of reports. In the past, it was a lot more difficult to try to capture the information that we needed. I believe now using this, with now being able to scale it down to individuals instead of a kit number through DRN, we're able to not only measure what the actual spotter or agent is actually providing as data for us in scan counts, on shifts, instead of just saying and setting a goal, hey, we need you to score 10,000 a day, and then see their scan count at the end of the day, we can actually measure this as a report and actually even use it as a tool for them to compete with each other to see that one is actually underperforming than the other. Got me sweating up here. I'm about to take this thing off. One of the conferences, it was brought to our attention, and we actually took the time to listen out to the demo. We saw that it had some value in previous things that we were not able to capture. And it seems that we are finally utilizing this tool to its full benefit to show the value of what we were missing out on before and trying to come up with alternatives to gather this information. The first few steps, we had a little bit of pushback from DRN when I was trying to actually register these drivers. I guess they had even though you guys gave me a full process on what to tell them as a script, they would fall into a position where they would say, that user doesn't exist. And I'd have to get with my team. So that was the only real pain point, is them understanding that we're adding users, because it was never done before. I would say the ones that actually took a liking to it were very spot on with it. They saw the benefits of it. Some of them, as any other industry and having these type of employees, neglected it, not realizing the value of what it did until the other person was like, aha, you suck, and I'm on top of you now because you're not paying attention. So I think it actually, brought that little challenge into it. Giving them that view to see what the other one was doing has definitely given us some kind of motivation internally. As all of us have known, multi-search is not a true reading of what it is. It's always skewed into something, because if you set a different parameter, it will alter what the information that you're trying to get. So I think now actually being able to see what you pick up for a forwarder, for a direct client, and outweighing what you're actually performing, instead of saying, why does this continue rolling over to my forwarder? You can actually compare that you are picking up XYZ amount more for your forwarder when you should be picking it up for your direct. I would definitely recommend Insightt to anyone who's skeptical about what it can actually produce. I think it has a tremendous amount of value. If you're hesitant of using Insightt or even listening to a demo, I think that you're going to lose out on a useful tool that has never been brought to this industry. We have never been able to capture the data that we require as a larger scaling business to put agents where they need to be, to put missed repossessions and actually recover them, instead of knowing at the end of the month when you get your scorecard saying, hey, you missed out on 10 recoveries because XYZ, instead of knowing real time that you got an email saying, hey, this thing just closed. You might have had it scheduled to pick up today, but it closed out because it actually timed out. And you can actually get that reopened and actually have a successful, and turn your numbers around.
And how much did Insightt pay you to come up with these answers?
Well, Brennan offered me a great night in Colombia with a few models, but I had to reject it because I had to be honest.